The Meanwhile Garden has been a community garden since the mid-70s, and it's a place that I share many fond memories with my mum, with my friends, and is embedded in community. And it's a sanctuary in inner-city London where residents can escape to, filled with birds, bees, and beautiful plants. And that's all credit to the amazing team and volunteers who work tirelessly to make sure that this garden is looking amazing all year round. How are you doing, Chandrika?
Really good, thanks. How are you?
I'm not too bad, thanks. I'm
Oh,
all
lovely
good.
to see you.
You too. So obviously this is a space that I've been to many, many times in my childhood, but also now even more so in my adult life. I'm bringing my kids here.
Brilliant.
And I didn't quite realise just how powerful the story of Meanwhile Gardens is.
The Gardens was founded by a local Jamie McCulloch back in 1976. He was walking over the Great Western Road on the bridge, and he stopped and had a look over the bridge and basically saw a derelict wasteland and thought, what's happening here? There were like tyres everywhere, mattresses, lots of rubble. It was a complete mess, and that's what he saw, and he thought, just what a waste of space.
Yeah.
And so he started talking to his friends and neighbours and eventually to the local authority. And he asked what were the plans for the land, and soon discovered that actually there weren't any plans. So he took the opportunity to gather support from local businesses and from various employment schemes, and he got a little army of people working to transform the site. It really is down to people power. There's lots of different kind of gardens, if you like, that are interlinked. We've got the Moroccan featured garden, which was a partnership with the local Moroccan Women's Centre. And we have the play hut for local families with children up to the age of 6.
So tell me a bit about where we are right now.
Well, we're kind of in the middle of the 4 acres, lots of residential buildings, but actually this location can be really quiet at times. You can't hear the road, you can't hear the trains, all you can hear is the birds. Thank you.
No, it is really quite a sanctuary, isn't it? It's a place to escape to and feel kind of at one with yourself and your surroundings.
Absolutely. We sometimes see people on this pier doing, you know, yoga, meditation.
But what have you got down that way?
That way we've got the old factory building where it's like our hub for all the activities across the garden. We have a lot of ambition for the future, and we'd really like to renovate the building and create a community hub for like gardening workshops, possibly have a gardening centre where we sell plants.
And it feels like everyone's buying into Jamie McCulloch's vision, and that's still extending.
Absolutely, it's a lovely legacy. What could have been so different if the council hadn't allowed Jamie to have the temporary space? That's how we got our name as well, you know. It was a temporary agreement whilst the council were deciding what they were going to do, hence the name Meanwhile. And here we are, nearly 50 years later. You know?
It's a long meanwhile.
Absolutely.
It's always such a joy coming back to Meanwhile Gardens, which evokes many beautiful memories of past. And it's nearing 50 years old. And what amazing legacy that is. But it's not just about the beauty of the gardens, it's about the passionate people behind the scenes. Volunteers. And speaking of volunteers, I'm about to meet one now. Hello there.
Hi.
What are you up to?
I am aerating our compost bin. We're, at the moment, digging it over so we can oxygenate it, and then all the bugs and the creepy crawlies can get to breaking it down faster.
I can see you getting really stuck in there.
I am, I love it. Actually, if I can spend all the time in the compost bin, seriously.
But you're creating these layers, aren't you? These green and brown layers.
Exactly. I have moved everything up there, so then I can put fresh grass down there in the hole in the bottom, and then I'm going to put brown layer of already decomposed and cardboard and things like that, and then another green, and that will accelerate the decomposition, and it'll get nice and hot and the bugs will love it.
So you're making a bit of a compost lasagna.
Exactly, a lasagna is the perfect word.
So speaking about layers, I'm gonna get my layers off, get stuck in.
Okay.
Where do you want me and what do you want me to do?
Why don't you just take over and I'll watch?
Yeah, that's equally as fine.
Okay, chuck it up. Hopefully not over the edge.
I won't go over the edge.
And we'll work our way backwards. Absolutely delicious stuff.
It's almost as if you're speaking about it like it is actually lasagna.
And getting as much air as possible. That's brilliant. You're doing well.
Where is all this compost likely to go?
It's all around our gardens, and it's all from our gardens. And this is pretty much like a year's worth.
There's obviously a reason why we're doing this, isn't there?
Well, it gives lots of nutrients to the plants. It also puts organic matter around, and the worms come up from underneath and bring the delicious organic matter back down, and that aerates the soil, and it makes it a very healthy soil.
And this is kind of like the unsung hero of the cycle of life, isn't it?
Totally.
Composting, soil.
Absolutely it is. And also, it's free. And it's my pride and joy.
But without this, there's none of anything else, is
No.
there? So I better get on with it then.
Yes. And I'll watch and criticise. Faster!
Well, in mine,